How to install N8N locally for free. In this video, I'll explain how you can reduce your spendings on N8N education using your local machine to set up N8N for free. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, don't miss the new video. Let's start. First of all, we need to install Docker desktop. Move to the official web page of Docker, then find installer which works with your operation system. Then you should install it like any other application, and it should take a few seconds. Docker is a tool which lets you run application in ready-to-use isolated environments called containers, so you don't need manually configure everything on your computer. Sometimes after installation you should restart your machine. If you run it at first time, it could ask you to create account, but it's not necessary, just can skip it. First you should do in Docker, move to the images and find N8N image with more than 100 million downloads. And if you do it at first time, just pull it. It could take a few seconds. So Docker images are pre-built templates of application that contains everything an application needs to run, including settings, dependencies. After you pull your first image, the first step you should do is click a run to start your container. But the most important things before running is define settings. Which settings should be defined here you can find in official N8N documentation for work with Docker. First of all, we need to define port on which your application will run on your local machine. It's 5678 by default, but you could set any valuable port here. The next important configuration is volume. It's like a data storage in Docker or your local machine. All your data will be in safe if you rerun or delete container. In the host path you can paste any directory on your local machine or just paste volume name and save all data in Docker. What is more persistent, I'll do it like that and call it N8N data. And container path, it's a fixed path. You can find it in official documentation here. Just paste. And we should define environment variables. But for this, we just keep the path described in documentation. First of all, we need to set generic time zone and time zone parameters. What should be in the value you can find in the link this documentation, but I'll paste mine. Of course, we will set this environment with value true. And now we can create our container. But before define the name, for me it's N8N instance. And as soon as Docker finish with creating your container, just click on localhost URL and it moves you to your N8N account. The first step is to create account. Just select it as any value. It doesn't matter. But what is more important, to unblock your paid features. For this you should just paste your email and N8N send your letter with license key. Then if you click a button in the letter, it moves you to this page, users and plan. You can just click this enter activation key and paste key from the letter and click activate. So your N8N instance is ready and you can use it for education completely free. And if I'll run this workflow with defining my local date, I can see that's actually true. That's why it's important to define actual time zone. And if you stop your container or it stop incidentally and you'll see such a screen, just move to your Docker container and just click start. Thanks to volume, all your data and created workflows will be in safe. And then when container starts, you can just reload the page and everything here. Just one limitations remain. If you create a scenario with trigger like webhook, you'll see that webhook URL starts from localhost. It means that any external application cannot reach your webhook on the local machine, so it won't work. But how to unblock webhooks on your localhost machine, I'll explain in next video. Thank you for watching. Hope this video simplify your first steps in N8N education. So subscribe to the channel to see more practical video, hit the like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in next video.